Hello, greetings, comrades. I've got a question there, which is coming under graphs of functions. Graphs of functions. Okay, so the question is saying the sketch below represents a section of the curve, which is given by the equation y equal to x, open bracket, x minus 2, close. So this is a sketch that we have been given here. So this question came under graphs of function, and it came in 2017, paper 1. These questions come in paper 1. So how do we solve this question? How do we solve this question? The question is saying, find the coordinates of the points where the curve cuts the x-axis. So I've drawn it somewhere here so that we are able to see properly. Okay, so this is our curve. So the curve they're talking about is this line here. So when you look at this, we've got this line, which is the y-axis, and then this is the x-axis. So this curve or this line is cutting x-axis at 2 points. So it's cutting x-axis at point A as well as point let me say point O as well as point A. So now when we're talking about coordinates should look at something like this. If this is our point A, it should have x coordinates and the y coordinates. Okay, it should have 2 coordinates or 2 numbers inside the brackets there. So in this case, we have got 4 coordinate for, put it here. I've got point O, okay? So we need to have 2 coordinates here, okay? We need to have 2 coordinates, and the A, also we need to have 2 coordinates there, okay? So this is how it will look like. So now how do we find the coordinates? Which are, how did they come up with this point and that point? That's what they mean. So what we do is you get the original equation which you have been given. In this case, the equation is here, which is y equal to x and then x minus 2 in bracket like that. So what you do here is you let y equal to 0, okay? Let what? Y equal to 0. So you get the equation where there is y, you put 0. So it will be x and then x minus 2 equal to 0 like that. Okay, so this is an equation. So if this is an equation, you equate to 0. X will be 0 and x minus 2, it will be equal to 0, which will be x is equal to 2. Cross the other side, it becomes 2. So I've got x, or you say x equal to 0 or x equal to 2 like that. Okay, so hope you're able to see. Hope you're able to see like that. So if y is equal to 0, so therefore we are able to tell, okay, if y is equal to 0, so we start with x. Which one will be 0? Looking at these 2 coordinates from here to there, this is the 0 starting point. So the graph or the measurement has not moved either to the left or to the right or on top or down here. So here is a starting point. It has not accelerated anywhere. So the starting point will be 0. So here it will be 0, comma what? Y. Y is what? Y we said it's 0 here. So y we said it's 0. So comma 0. So the first coordinate was 0, comma 0. So 0, comma 0, the point was just there. Again, you come to A. A, it has at least moved. The x has moved. So x is the one which is going to be, okay. So the x here is the one which is going to be 2. So it will be 2, comma y. Y we said it's 0. So these are 2 coordinates. Okay. So it 0, the coordinates were 0, comma 0. And then for point A, which is here, it was 2, comma 0. So these are 2 coordinates. Hope you have seen how we find the coordinates. Let's come to question 2. Question 2 is saying, okay, what is the minimum value of the function? What is the minimum value of the function? So the question still comes, how do we find the minimum value? So the minimum value, can also be called as the turning point. Okay, the minimum value is also the turning point. So this is a graph. The turning point is this one. So what are the coordinates at this point here. That is the minimum. If it was the maximum, it would have been on top there. So the minimum is the turning point here. So they want also, for example, let's say this is our point P. They want y value. Let me say x. We start with x, comma y. So let's call this is point P. So let's find the coordinates for point P. So how do we find the minimum value? We've got a formula. Okay, formula is given by x equal to negative b over 2a. So this is the formula that we're going to use to find the minimum value. So this formula, we're going to get the original equation, which is y equal, so this is the formula there, so don't be confused, y equal to x minus 2 in bracket, like that. So let's expand this one for us to have the b and also a. So is x multiplied by x, it will be x squared minus x multiplied by 2, it will be 2x. So already this is our a, this is our b. Okay, so we substitute in a formula, x equal to negative, which is already in the formula, negative, and then b has got a negative, so it will be negative 2 over 2 already, and then our a, see the coefficient of this x here. Okay, the coefficient of this x is 1, so multiplied by 1. So this one will be x equal to negative multiplied by negative is positive, positive 2 over 2 multiplied by 1, it will be 2, which will be 1. So x is equals to 1, like that. So if x is equals to 1, we know. So we need another value for y. So we're going to say, we get the same equation. Y equal to, we know to say x is 1. So we substitute where there is x, we put 1, in bracket 1 minus 2, like that. So y equal to 1 minus 2, it will be negative 1. Y equal to 1 multiplied by negative 1 to be negative 1, like that. So we've got x comma y, which will be x is what? 1 comma negative 1. Okay, so therefore our point P, which we said, point P, which will be our turning point, will be 1 comma negative 1. Okay, so this is the turning point. This is our turning point. Thank you so much for watching this video. So make sure that if you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, you subscribe. This has been Kirere Jonathan. Thank you so much.